We are live. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to the first out of character talk for the Dungeon Wreckers D&D podcast and YouTube series. I am the GM of the Magical High School campaign, Brent Pilgrim, here with my pal Wings. Introduce yourself.
Hey, Brent. My name's Wings. Oh, goodness. Sorry. Okay, hold on. I'm literally losing it now. Oh, no. Okay, I'm good. Sorry.
It's
Fifty
fine. Hey, it's good to break how scripted that introduction sounded.
Okay. I'm good now. I
Are
promise.
you?
No, not really. Oh, okay. So let's just go over real quick. It's like you're gonna say hi, and then I'm gonna say hi, and then I'm just gonna talk about my past experience with D&D.
We're gonna then bring up what you'd want to see in the game.
Oh, okay.
Maybe our plans for the round robin thing.
Okay.
Bring up your character, what you'd want to see interaction wise with other characters. And I'm leaving all this in because I find this funny.
Oh, good. Oh, perfect. All right. Hello, everybody. My name's Wings, and I like things. I especially like destroying player characters from the inside out, and I am that kind of GM.
Oh, by the way, she also GMs.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. I've been GMing 4th edition for a few hours.
Only? Yeah, no worries, guys. I've played a whole session of D&D.
Can you edit this in post? Like,
Yeah, I can, but I'm not.
oh, good. All right. As I was thinking you could save us a lot of time and cut out all the giggle fits, but whatever. I have been playing 4th edition D&D for a few years now. I was in the situation where it's pretty much like, oh, I'm the only one who knows the game well enough to actually be the game master, and I don't actually mind being the game master, so I'll be the game master for a while. And then things happened, and games fizzle up. You move places, people go away, you graduate, all that junk. And so I happen to be playing with Brent now, who's a pretty good GM in his own right, and having all kinds of fun. And I'm gonna run a few games every other week as well.
Yeah, the plan with that is to give us more time to edit and plan out our sessions, make them better. 1 week I will do one with our pretty funny, more comical, magical high school setting. Whole idea is challenges to train you to be the soldier you're meant to be.
Yep.
And then hers with the one she's keeping really secretive because she's that type of GM.
Oh yeah.
More
Yes.
info on that when it's out.
Yes.
I don't know anything besides my character. It is killing me.
Yep. Mhm.
Uh,
I'm having all kinds of fun. The other guys keep on making the same names. Like, oh, my name's gonna be Bloodborne, and the other guy's all like, oh, my name's gonna be Bloodforge, and it's all like, you gonna have to one of you's gonna have to change your name.
uh, Talon and Ryan. I hate them. They think on the same wavelength.
It was partially my fault because one guy's all like, oh, I'm gonna be Bloodforge, and I'm like, that's an awesome name. Only your name sounds really similar to the other guy's name, and his name doesn't fit, so I'm gonna ask him to change his name. And then I had him change his name. And then I was all like, hey, what about Bloodborne? And he was all like, hey, Bloodborne's a great idea. And I was all like, shoot, it's the same name as the other guy. And so like I had to go back and make him change his name. And it's all kinds of fun for me because I love coming up with names and things, but these guys haven't played real heavy, story heavy stuff before, so they're all like, again? And I'm all like, yeah, I'm a butt. Sorry.
Yeah, that's the sort of difference in how we run games. I like story, but I prefer it just really wacky and fun.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Weird colossus in the sky, saving mermaid babies, that sort of stuff.
Of course, yes.
Now let's get on to your character.
Oh, yeah, speaking of wacky, Lady Antirinum Oakenheel, or Tirr, as she likes to be called, is a high elf fighter, one day hopefully Eldritch Knight. She can do a little bit of magic, but not a lot, which is really unfortunate because she comes from a family of mages, and they're all like, hey, you should do magic or you have no worth in this family. And she's all like, how about I just hit you with a sword?
Man, there's definitely going to be reclassing when they release sword mages.
Maybe. She is pretty into like she's pretty into whacking things and wrestling things and putting things in headlocks. So
Well, at this rate, swords mage is just going to be a subclass.
probably that's
More in
fair.
my anger on artificer later. Let's go into it. You are playing a fighter right now. Do
Mhm.
you know what sort of fighting style you're going with?
Well,
Like,
that's
describe her weapon style, please.
she loves swords, just swords of any size and shape. She is technically a duelist, but if she could get her hands on a great sword, then she would lovingly name it and put it to bed with the rest of her swords. Um, she's all about them swords, man.
Them swords. Thank you. Let's go into her personality traits, ideals, bonds, and flaws. If you could just
Okay.
read out and say how you want it to play out with it.
Okay. Well, the first obvious one, written from her point of view. I love swords. Collecting them, naming them, dueling with them. Swords and adventure are my life. Um, be you my friend or my enemy, you'll always be greeted with a smile. The life of a diplomat bores me. Wake me when the fighting starts. Those are all her, like, those are all things that she'd probably say in any given situation. Um, Her ideal is honor. She has a code that she upholds that was handed down to her by her beloved tutor who died under suspicious um, circumstances and may or may not be looked upon favorably by her family, leaning towards the not, as in not at all.
So you're sort of the black sheep of your family, is what we're going with.
Absolutely, yes.
Now, how would your family treat a black sheep? Just are they the type that want to hide you, change you, kill you? How would they react to you?
Depends on who you're talking about. She has a pretty varied family. Some who
Ooh, more
probably
for
are
me.
hoping that she'll come around, and others that are just sort of like, she's an abomination, and I've hated her ever since she was born.
Time to make
So,
mutton out of the sheep.
yes,
You're gonna have to give me the names of which think what later, so I can use that to kill you.
they're written in the notes.
Notes.
hmm
Thank you. Notes. So let's continue with the flaws and stuff.
Um, well, her flaw is that she charges headlong into danger with little regard for her own safety, and that's actually built very much around my own playstyle. Before, I was playing a much more reserved character who is basically a librarian, and her name is Cordial, and she's very much like, oh, why would I do that? That's foolishness, and why would I put my life in danger for no good reason when there's a book over here to read. And meanwhile, I'm sitting behind her going like, "Oh my gosh, I just want to kill everything." So that's it's going to be a whole lot of fun to play Tirr because I won't hold any of that back.
Just love how varied character concepts can be with roleplay games, especially in 5e with the whole freedom of the background.
hmm
Like, I've played a librarian, and it was no way like Cordial with trained. I was a barbarian.
Barbarian the Librarian. Yes.
The whole idea was I found an ancient book in my library that I accidentally traded my soul for the power of primal rage.
Whoops.
And now I got kicked out by the Librarian Foundation due to dark rituals, and I'm searching for my soul now.
Oh,
But it
that's
just
cool.
that freedom it grants you is so Awesome. I love it.
Hmm. Yep. That's what I've always liked about Dungeons and Dragons in general, because it's, I don't know, like in a game like Skyrim, you're very much limited by what was programmed into the game, whereas in Dungeons and Dragons, all you are limited by is what you can convince your GM to let you get away with. So, um,
And
and
with
when
me,
you're the
that's
GM, that's all kinds of like the sky is the limit, and not even that.
yeah. Okay. This is the whole thing about gold and silver rules. I don't have much of those. I follow the cool is the rule.
Oh yeah.
So I sometimes I'll just get an idea out of nowhere, and wow, my whole notes just got thrown out. Wait, we keep the
Uh,
monsters. We'll just reskin them as something different.
I have the rule of that was totally awesome and it will never happen again. In that, if somebody can think of something that absolutely blows my mind, I'll let them get away with it, but never more than once.
Oh yeah, that's always smart. Like, oh, they kicked sand up, and what the hell? Oh, sorry, coat's in my closet that's open a bit, looked like a face, and I just scared myself.
Oh my gosh.
Do you see that?
Yeah. I thought a dude was yeah, I thought somebody was coming in to tell you like, "Oh, shut your face. You're being too loud."
One sec, I have to close that before I pee my pants.
Go for it. What they don't know, audience, is that I rigged that door to open. And hi, welcome back.
I apologize. What were you talking about?
I wasn't talking about anything.
I'm just I've just got watched by a ghost. I'm a bit touched right now.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's fine.
That's gonna be fun for the people who don't see the audio.
Yeah, that's one of my absolute like fears is doors opening and people like peeking in. Like, you know how people have like really weird specific fears? For
Yeah.
me, it's hallways and doors
Ooh,
and
dude, that scares me.
things that can come out of doors. And apparently it's not that uncommon, but like
Y-
hallways specifically, and my sister's jumped out at me from the bathroom one too many times. So,
Yeah. I've got a thing ever since I was little. I'm always scared of shadows in the dark. I know I'm a wussy, but
oh dude, I used to see shadow people when I was a kid.
yeah, I freak out of it all the time. I'll still wake up with nightmares and just freak out. I can't move.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got this whole thing of just I get so angry about being scared that I do stupid stuff when it's dark just to try and prove I'm not a wuss.
Oh.
Like my
Well,
mom, like, why the fuck are you running around? It's because I ran out of my room.
yeah, I try to like realize that it's mind over matter. Like if you intentionally ignore what you're scared of, then it eventually just goes away.
I'm more of the opinion that you just gotta look it in the face and see that it's just a sock hanging off the drawer.
Okay. To
But
each
hey,
their own, man. Everybody
yeah,
has their own way of dealing with things. Like,
mine might get me killed if it's something real. Yours will get you killed when you're not looking, so that's probably quicker.
yeah.
And that's scary. So yours is right. This is the weirdest tangent we've had.
I guess so. That's what happens when ghosts interrupt.
Yeah. So your flaw was rushing into battle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's.
She shares the same flaw with you.
Shh, 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 shh. I'm perfect.
Okay.
I
You're
am,
you're a precious angel that must be protected.
I am a special snowflake.
Oh, there you go.
Let's. What are you thinking about themes or thing you'd want to get across with the game? Like special things you want to happen.
Themes to get across in the game. Um, I think that Tyr needs to be confronted with her one-dimensional view of magic, and also um, ethics in general. Because she's very black and white at this point, and she doesn't see the gray areas, and she's a little bit of a hypocrite because she's like, oh, magic is cheating, but she'll use magic if she like has the opportunity to. So
I feel that would probably be a really good interaction with Quip. His whole thing being magic from birth and very morally wrong magic, trying to, but yet he's still a good character.
right, I was finding it really interesting listening to the opening game with the other two characters because I'm all like, once again, um, Talon's character and my character are going to get along perfectly because they're both mage hunters, and
Quip is gonna get kicked out of the party for yelling at the police again.
yep, pretty much. Like, I would actually be very interested in finding a way for Tirr and Quip to get along, or to at least be like friendly rivals.
Quip doesn't seem like the character to have rivals. But what this really means for me is I have to get a player to bounce out the party, because otherwise it's gonna be like always kill the mages.
um, well, like, cause at the same time, like, Tyr has family who's mages, so like, while she may be going like, oh, they're a bunch of cheaters and I hate them all, when confronted with the idea of actually killing her brothers or her father, then like, maybe there'd be some hesitation there, depending on how the uh, interaction went up until that point.
One of the things I really like about the characters is there is definitely going to be a whole. I want this definitely going to be a theme of justifying your actions.
Mm.
With you being a mage hunter, yet you're an eldritch knight with wizard spell list, that's gonna be a big moral quandary. But the other mage slayer in the party, whatever his name is, Talon's character, he is right now playing a cleric, but we're framing it as it's not religious. It's just more radiant magic. He's a radiant caster.
So, what would you say his power source is?
I would say his power source is more along the lines of undying will. Sort of, I'm trying to separate it from the standard meaning of you pray to your god for the power in this setting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking more you train in this form of magic and your will becomes the light to guide you.
Hmm.
You
Okay.
take up a philosophy more akin to the whole that everybody's arcane in some way setting of a magical high school. But just that whole idea of I want to see you guys justifying what separates you from the mages, or with Ryan's character Quip, I want to see him justifying what separates me from the same type of sorcerer who are destroying the world.
Hmm. All right.
And
I'm
I think
interested to see
that's
how that goes.
yeah, it's if it could be a really fun path to go down. And the best way to do it is with comically weird monsters involving these things. Like, oh, I'm not the only blood sorcerer here, but that one's making giant monstrous goats.
Right.
Why?
I found that fifth edition, just flipping through the monster manual, they've they've brought back a lot of really crazy monsters that just weren't in the fourth edition monster manual. Like, fourth edition very much had a huger emphasis on combat, and I feel like fifth edition tried to cut down on that and make it a little bit more approachable. And from what I can tell, it's a little bit more like previous editions rather than.
It's not a battle thing. It's more these monsters you can fight, but they can also pose as temporary NPCs or enemies.
Yeah, like they've. I don't know, like fourth edition, you flip through the monster manual to like zombies and skeletons and
You go to
uh,
the striker page, you set here. Yeah, like it's just that you're right. Did you mute yourself?
no, I didn't. Sorry,
No.
you started lagging a little bit.
Oh, I apologize. I was just gonna say you go through the specific categories. Oh, we can't have more than one defender type monster because then the battle won't end. Healer should be used like once a season.
Right,
Just
right.
it feels more like a math equation. While in this, it's like I like this one, I like this one, and this one has a funny
Yeah,
name.
exactly. I don't. There's some really crazy things in here. I just so happen to have the book
Dude, the
on me.
best ones are
Um,
all in just that little subcategory of just animals in the back.
yeah, no, like there's like pages and pages and pages of just giant goat, giant
That is my
spider, giant
favorite.
shark.
That has got to be my
It's like
favorite beast.
it's like they're listed in alphabetical order with 5 pages of giant normal animal.
It's the
It's
best.
like, huh. We oughta go to a land just filled with giants to fully utilize that awesome bit of crazy.
Not gonna lie, in our other game that I've ran, that was one of the plans, but I thought that would be a bit too much like a certain pirate show.
I don't
Ryan
care,
would have
man.
yelled at me. No,
Dude.
it wasn't you. It was Ryan. He watches the show too, so I have to be really careful with the
Oh,
references.
dude, just take it from just steal from some other show. Like, if I were in charge, I'd be taking everything from Voyage of the Dawn Treader, so don't worry about it.
No, it's not that. Is that even when I don't steal from it, he's still like, that's a bit like this, Brent. You sure you didn't steal this like everything else you've ever done in your life?
What? There's a dog in this? That's like Beethoven. Or like, I don't know, like, there's gonna be similarities no matter where you get your inspiration from. If you come up with something completely original, somebody's already done it somewhere. It's not about
It's like that Simpsons
doing something the
episode.
first time. It's doing something that's already
Oh, I
been
know.
done in your own way.
It's the South Park episode. No matter what you did, the Simpsons did it first.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a really good parallel in life. We are just going on so many tangents. This is
Remember
this
to
is gonna
drink
be
your
longer
Ovaltine,
than
kids.
it's good for your bones.
Mm-hmm.
Besides monsters, I'm getting too distracted by the weird monsters in this setting.
Oh, yeah?
Dude, reskinning is my favorite thing.
I was a whole lot better at that in 4th edition because I bring it up a lot because it's my frame of reference. Bear with me, people. But there
Dude, no
is
worries.
you have the D&D Insider account, and it is a a huge jump going back to actually having to flip pages instead of just typing in, oh, I want a skeleton, and then just typing in skeleton, or saying like, oh, I want a monster that charms
Oh, I
people,
know it's the
and then just
worst.
typing it in.
I used to run Pathfinder, and I had this Hero Labs thing which just had everything on it. Every time there's a book, they'd get the license for it immediately, have it up there for like half the price, and you just had this amazing, really great character creator. It's like better than any other one I've seen. And I was so spoiled with it that it almost made me not get 5th edition just so I could continue using that in Pathfinder.
An open letter to Wizards of the Coast. It is 2015, and I have a computer in my pocket. It would be very nice if you would catch up with the rest of the world and give us some more data that is accessible, other than flipping and turning pages back and forth over and over, and
Psst, Wizards, you
in a
see
world
what
where we can
Fate's doing?
Google everything, something that is conducive to this much information should probably be organized better.
Yeah, it really should, but hey, let's hope for 7th edition. Dude, after that big kerfuffle with the day the 4E came out, the PDFs were everywhere. They're not doing that for another decade. Wings is dead. Hello.
I'm fine. I'm just dying slowly on the inside and the outside. Um,
We all are.
actually, it's known that oxidation within the cells is basically basically setting you on fire very, very slowly. Which is information I got from Tumblr, so take that with a grain of salt. In fact, take the whole shaker of salt. I don't need it.
I might cut that joke out of this.
Go for it.
I never want to hear that joke again.
If I continue to make the worst jokes I possibly can, then you may cut this whole thing. And
this is showing a lot about us.
I guess so. I don't know.
So, we go into themes, character interactions. Just going off the checklist. We went for your family, your personality. Did we go over weapons?
I talked a lot about swords, and I never want to hear the word come out of my mouth again, so...
Okay, I'm fine with that. Anything else you want to bring up?
I could go down the list and pronounce all of the names.
That would be extremely useful.
Alright. Lady Antiranim Oakenheel. Sir Typha Puddlesworth.
Puddles.
Puddles. Tajides. Oleander. I guess Oleander. And Akhenatum.
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 Thank you. I will make sure to mispronounce them on every occasion.
Good job.
Any social media you want to plug in?
Oh, goodness. Oh. Do I want people to be able to find me?
Don't worry. Ryan made us talk for 5 minutes as he set one up live on the show.
Okay. Flailing Wings. Let's say Flailing Wings Art at .tumblr.com. You can. I'll send you a link and you can put it in the description. I am an illustrator, and you can go there and find all of my fan art and send me anonymous hate mail.
Like I do every morning. Sorry about that. I need to get it out.
Yeah, I can tell it's you. It's fine. Don't worry.
Thanks. You can find me at Dungeon Wreckers on Twitter. That's just the Twitter for the podcast. I don't really have a major Tumblr set up for this yet. I just use my normal one, which I don't want to give out because its name's really embarrassing. But if you can find me, hey, I'll give you 10 points. Now that might get cut out, but none of your embarrassing stuff will, because that's who I am.
Oh, good.
Do you want me to link that in chat?
In the description if you want. Oh, hold on. I'll put it in. I sent it to Butts, so.
Now that's what I have to explain. What Butts is.
Well, or you could just cut this out, and nobody.
No, this
secret.
No, this is gonna be brought up some other time. I should just get it out of the way. So with my Skype, I have the one on my phone, but when I got my new computer, Microsoft wanted me to connect my Skype to it. But my phone was connected to my old computer. So I said, make me a new account, and it just took the name of my computer. So there we have it. Butts McGee is what everybody calls it now. And that's where we send all our PDFs to.
Yep.
So if you hear us saying, I'll send it to Butts, no, we're not talking about some weird shop. No, we're not talking about some weird BDSM stuff. We're talking about my Skype.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize for the dumb
jokes. It's sometimes hard to tell the difference, but, we try. We
really try. It's a hassle. So thank you, everybody. And remember, you can't have adventure without you. Boom. Shoot. Okay. My computer's.
Just roll my eyes and just.
Look, I went to hit the exit button, but then it lagged and I misclicked and clicked on your face and it went weird, and I'm just gonna stop. Goodbye.